Hello there, good afternoon. You're watching Proactive London and news from Europa Metals today, implementing a company-wide cost-saving programme focusing on testing and resource expansion there at the Torrell project in Spain, and also looking for new projects as well, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. But we're welcoming Lawrence Reed with us today to talk us through it. So let's just start with this cost-saving programme. Lawrence, what's the rationale behind this and how is it going to work?
No, essentially, thanks, Katie, we see the company at a key point. We want to deliver some value from Torrell and also look at building value in the company, potentially from other acquisitions ahead of a future fundraise. That's the objective. So we've reduced costs, we've deferred salaries for key directors for about 50%, including myself and the chairman. And we're implementing a company-wide cost reduction plan while still de-risking the Torrell project, lead zinc silver project, which is going well, and also having a war chest to potentially bring a new asset into the company, new projects in the company, where we can deploy some exploration know-how quickly and yield some positive near-term results.
All right, and what exactly are you eyeing up in terms of acquisitions then? What would this new asset, what would it look like?
Well, we're looking at a range of things. So we're probably easier to discount. There are certain regions we're not looking at. We're looking for straightforward regions we've worked in before. We are not just looking in Spain, we're looking elsewhere. And we're looking at things like precious metals, industrial metals, and energy as well. So you probably won't see us doing diamonds or coal in, for instance, Russia. So that's just a rough idea. But really what we're looking at is something where we can see that there's near-term exploration upside. So where we can quickly deploy some capital into the ground, get our expertise on the ground, and really deliver some near-term value in whatever it is, gold, silver, project. Could be a number of things, could be in the energy metals space, because we need to move the share price along.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned a few times in your commentary, I see here, shareholder value. Do you want to maybe sort of speak to your investors this afternoon and give them a message, Lawrence?
Essentially, it's all in the announcement. We've been working on Torrell since about 2017. We're going to be doing further work. What we're going to be looking at doing is basically further de-risking the Torrell project. So we're actually going to be doing some drilling to hopefully add some more indicated to the Torrell resource. We are going to be doing geotechnical drilling as well. So that's looking at plant site options. So we're quite advanced. We're an advanced project now. And we definitely see some positives in that, in terms of where we sit relative to peers. And then photos today on Twitter, etc. is we were out on site last week looking at one of the teams, looking at surveying some of the old quarries. So we're looking at the potential of using old quarries for reclamation, but also to put tailings in, which is also connected to the work we're doing with Wardell Armstrong and Tomra. So further ore sorting and waste work. So all of this is quite advanced. We're looking at options, which we said before, for Torrell to move it forward. We want the maximum amount of cash available and the maximum amount of time in order to do that. And then also to make sure we can serve a war chest over a significant amount of time that allows us to identify, potentially secure and do some work on a new project, a project which we think could potentially boost the share price of Europa.
All right, Lawrence, thank you very much for taking us through that from Europa Metals. That's Lawrence Reed.
Thanks very much, Katie.